Hello dear students, welcome to this class of MA Final. I am Dr. S.S. Vedwan from the Department of English, and dear students, today we'll talk about a brief literary history of American literature, because in paper 5th B we have American literature, and you all will study American literature, how it was founded and how it emerged on the international scene, who are the major writers, and so on and so forth. Before we proceed with the writers, it would be better if we understand the literary history of America. America, as you all know, it was discovered by Columbus, and after the discovery of this new continent, people from Europe, they started migrating to America, this new found land. And as you all know, people from England or the United Kingdom, they also went to America. Now these people, these English speaking people, they settled in different colonies there, and they started writing their own anecdotes and incidents in the new land, and they all depicted their uh, literary experiences in English. So we can say that the literary history of America, it starts in the 17th century, when the people from the continent, from mainland Europe, they started settling in America. So these English-speaking Americans, they now started writing in English, and these Englishmen who started writing in English, they were writing about their anecdotes in the new land, as I told you earlier also. And important figure was John Smith. He was a soldier, and he is credited with initiating American literature. Now this man, John Smith, who was a soldier, and he became the first, he is considered to be the first who initiated English writing in English writing in America. Sorry. So this man, John Smith, and his books, which are entitled A True Relation of Virginia, it appeared in 1608, and The General History of Virginia, New England, and the Summer Isles, which appeared in 1624. So we can say that uh, roughly 400 years earlier, the English literature it established in England, in America, and the people of America who were speaking English, they started expressing their ideas in English. Now, after John Smith, new writers they started writing, uh, like Daniel Denton's brief description of New York. It appeared in 1670. Then William Penn's brief account of the province of Pennsylvania in 1682. Now these writers they started writing, and a bulk of literature it started appearing in English in uh, the new continent, that is America. The other writers of 16th century or this 17th century, they started writing biographies, treatises, and then their account of voyages, uh, crossing the Atlantic, of course, so many times, and sermons. Now this is very important because these people, these early settlers, they were preachers also, and you can say they were missionaries, and they also started writing religious treatises and sermons. Uh, Now, if we talk about drama or say fiction, uh, there was no such progress, but some of the writers they started writing, and uh, one was a book of poetry, uh, Bay Psalm book. It appeared in 1640, and this book was widely acknowledged. Also, it uh, it had a good reception. Then we have Michael Wigglesworth's summary in Doggerel verse of Calvinistic belief, the day of doom. It appeared in 1662. So these are some of the important writers. Then we have uh, N. Bradstreet of Massachusetts, who wrote some lyrics, and they were published in the 10th Muse lately sprung up in America. It appeared in 1650. So these writings, all these 17th century American writings, they were, we can say, in the style and manner, they were British. We can say that they were just writing, or they were just following what were being written in England, and we can say that these writings, they were uh, in style and in expressing the idea, they were British. Now, these the Newfoundland, it has its own geography, it has its own natural scenery, beauty, and the poets, they also started writing about these loci, these scenario, and the content and form of literature of the 17th century in America. It was, of course, uh, a shadow of British writings, we can say. Now, let us now talk about the 18th century. As we step into the 18th century, the writers, important among them was Cotton Mather. He carried out the older traditions, and his huge history and biography of the Puritans, New England. Then we have another important writer, and his writings, they were very well acknowledged. We are talking about Samuel Sewall, and he brought about some changes in his amusing day diary, and he covered the roughly, we can say, uh, some 20 years. Then, as the commercial life progressed in America, in New England especially, in America, it replaced the rigid Puritanism with more worldly attitudes. That is, now the settlers who were writing earlier and following the British manner of writing, they now started departing from it, and they started their own uh, interpretations, their own expression, and they were now writing about their own new ideas, expressing in a different manner, which was, of course, we can say it was not at all British. Now, these changes is was brought to it were brought into the Journal of Maine, uh, which comically detailed a journey that a lady took to New York in 1704. And now this lady, she wrote what she saw and commented upon it from the standpoint of view of a orthodox believer, but it was expressed in a different witty manner. Uh, in the South, William Byrd of Virginia, who was owner of a plantation owner, he was an owner of a plantation. He also started writing, and his record of a trip in 1728, the history of the dividing line, and his account of a visit to his frontier properties in 1733, a journey to the land of Eden. They express the gentry of the South, and the beauty scenery of the South is introduced. South here is the southern part of uh, uh, southern tip of USA. The American Revolution, it emphasized differences, and it also started enriching the literary writings. The struggle between the American and the British political concepts, and on the scene emerged two great writers, Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Paine. Now, these two figures, they changed the way of writing and the expression of ideas also. Uh, Franklin, he was born in 1706, and he started publishing his writings in his brother's newspaper, and the uh, name of the newspaper was the New England Courant, and it was as early as 1722. Now, this newspaper, it championed the cause of the leather apron man and the farmer, and applied by using easily understood language and practical arguments. So, the ideas, they were being represented in a very easy language, and people, they found themselves acknowledging and receiving these ideas very well. We, dear students, now we end this session, and we'll continue with the brief history of American literature in the new video. Thank you very much.